Hello and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're going to take a look at what kind of energies Russia can expect, or what will happen in Russia in the year of 2024. Let's jump into it. We're going to start with an animal spirit card, which we have here is the Coyote Spirit, which is all about trust in divine detours. So this is kind of like one of those cards when you have a goal, you're trying to achieve something in your life, and sometimes the divine is kind of taking you into situations to teach you lessons that you have forgotten to learn. So maybe Russia has something to learn this year, something that they haven't learned in the past, because this is kind of like the card that kind of says that sometimes you need to taste of failure before experiencing success. So maybe there's going to be some kind of a failure for Russia this year. Something's not gonna go as planned, but this is kind of like for the sake of guiding them into a better situation, more success. And again, this is kind of like something that needs to be learned here. But let's jump into the tarot. We're gonna start with January. January, we have the energy as of the card of the Ace of Cups, which is all about happiness, joy, and it is all about some kind of a new beginning, a new chapter in the country's life. And the clarifying energy is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is all about protecting themselves, protecting their ideology, protecting whatever they stand for, whatever they fight for. This is kind of like this energy when they are attacked from externally. Now I'm not sure if that's going to be kind of realized in an actual attack, but this is kind of like this this energy where they need to protect themselves, and they're able to kind of anticipate these attacks, and they're able to overcome these attacks, whether they're kind of like economical or any kind of international. This is kind of like you can kind of see from this card that this person is being attacked from every angle, and they feel very protected. So I think this is kind of like an indication that they're able to withstand any kind of attacks what they are experiencing, and that's kind of creating a lot of happiness, a lot of joy in the country. But there's some kind of a new beginning there, because the aces are all about some kind of a new beginning. Now let's see what February is going to be all about. So February, our main energy is the Tower, and it is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, another ace. So let's talk about the Tower. The Tower is kind of like this, the card when the old systems are collapsing, when everything that was built up is collapsing and something new has to be built. This can be an ideology, this can be a system, this can be when the king is losing its crown. This can be kind of like a destruction of anything. Maybe the country is gonna be in a bad situation, but it can be as well that maybe there's gonna be some shift in terms of power in the country, because the Tower is always about the old authorities are broken down and a new one has to be built up. This is kind of like where the universe is stepping in to lift the country out of the current situation when something like has been going on for way too long. So there's definitely a big sudden change happening in Russia in February. Again, this is a change that I don't think anybody's expecting to see to come, because it's a sudden. The Tower is a sudden upheaval. It can be like all sorts of upheaval. It can be revolution, it can be just a change of the system, but there's a big change, unexpected change that's coming in February, and it is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, which is all about a new beginning. Like as I said with the Ace of Cups, aces are new beginnings, new chapter, and this kind of brings some kind of a new opportunity, a new golden opportunity for the country, something that can create stability, and it can create long-term abundance and prosperity. So big change to be expected in February. March, the main energy is the Hermit. The Hermit is kind of all about rethinking things, to kind of going in this inner journey when you're reconsidering what is your goal, what is that you're trying to achieve, and to kind of you're kind of going away from the world to kind of get this inner light, your inner dreams or your new dreams. And it is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about the card of independence, financial independence. It is all about prosperity as well. So the Hermit, I think there's going to be a lot of things to be reconsidered this time, especially if there's some kind of a big change that happens in February, March. I think they need to kind of probably step back a little bit and rethink how they're approaching their independence, how they are approaching their economy, how they are approaching pretty much everything. Because this change, this Tower moment can be, it's something that is generally a big change where I need to really think about what's next. Let's see what April is going to be all about. April, it's interestingly, it comes out the Nine of Pentacles again, synchronicity, and it is clarified by the Two of Cups, which is all about partnership. It is all about people coming together. People are mending things when kind of like promising things, agreement, etc., etc. So what can I see from here? Nine of Pentacles, again, a recurring energy, so probably it's a very important energy. This is all about economy, it is all about independence, it is all about prosperity, long-term independence as well. And the Two of Cups can be some kind of an agreement. Maybe there's going to be an agreement that's impacting their independence. Maybe there's going to be some kind of an international treaty where they're kind of creating something that's very important for the country. With this Two of Cups energy, it's very important that people from diverse backgrounds are coming together. So this is not a national type of agreement. This is something that is international. Kind of, maybe it's a peace treaty, maybe it is some kind of an agreement, because the Two of Cups can be a contract where people are promising something to each other, and this might be on an economy level, something that is impacting the country's independence as well. But let's see what's gonna be happening in May. May, the main energy is the King of Wands, and it is clarified by another king, the King of Swords. So that's kind of very interesting, because you have two very different kings, leaders here. So maybe there's going to be a question of leadership at this time, and you're going to have two very different people that are showing up. The King of Wands is the person that is a natural born leader, somebody who is able to put people behind his thoughts, his visions, and lead them. Now, on the other end, the King of Swords is somebody who is very outspoken, great communicator, but he's kind of speaking his mind. He cares about the truth and nothing but the truth. So you might have two different leaders here, and maybe there's gonna be some kind of a decision about leadership, because these are kind of like two very strong leaders, fighters, and one of them has like a vision, the other is very outspoken. One of them loves to try new things, and the other is focusing on facts and logics, etc. So one of them is going to be very logical, very smart, and the other one is going to be more of an entrepreneurial person. Let's see what June is bringing. So June, it's kind of like driven by another ace. Like, I don't know if you remember, we had two other aces. This is the third, so practically at this point we have three of the aces from the 4. So there's going to be some passionate new beginning happening here. Kind of like a spark of something. It can be a spark of idea, a spark. It's definitely there. This year is going to be a new chapter in Russia's history, and it's clarified by the High Priestess, which is all about balance. It is all about intuition, being very desirable, and have unlimited potential as well. So maybe there's some kind of a new endeavor here that's going to provide the country with lots of new opportunities, because the High Priestess is all about desirability, having unlimited potential. So I think there's going to be some new beginning here that's going to provide the country some great potential moving forward. Let's see what July is going to be all about. July, we have here the Empress as the main energy, and it's clarified by the 7 of Pentacles. Very interesting that both of the cards are kind of related to nurturing and kind of long-term success, because the Empress is all about abundance. It is all about caring. It is all about, like, bringing something new to life, something that has a chance of bringing long-term abundance into the country. Maybe both of these cards are kind of related to agriculture, because the 7 of Pentacles is kind of like, it has really two notions. One of them is that, okay, I put a lot of effort into something. Is this something worth continuing doing? But it's also a card of bringing your manifestations to life, and maybe there's something related to agriculture in July that's gonna kind of happen. Something, maybe they're gonna have a great season from that perspective. Their crops gonna be growing, but there's definitely a chance for a great abundant new beginning here for the country. Maybe there's some kind of a female leader as well in question. We'll see. But let's see, August, the main energy is the Magician, and it is clarified by the 8 of Swords. So I think in August they're going to be trying to create something new. They're going to be trying to manifest something. They definitely have all of the resources to do that, but there's some kind of a mental block, some overthinking that's going to be happening in the country that's going to kind of stop them achieving their full potential, because the Magician is all about potential, achieving everything you want to achieve. But I think in this case, this mental block, overthinking, overanalyzing the situation will kind of hindering them to get whatever they want to achieve. Now let's see what September is going to be all about. September is ruled by the Sun, which is actually very positive. It is all about positivity, hope, new beginning, prosperity, luck, and it can be also bringing light to something. Now, it is clarified by the 5 of Pentacles, which in this case, very interesting that even here you kind of have this light. So this can be a couple of things, because I can kind of see that, the 5 of Pentacles is a card of financial struggles. So maybe this is the month where the world's going to see how's the current situation is the Russian economy, whether they have financial struggles or not. This is kind of like the month when I think the world's gonna see and it's gonna be at what is the current situation. There's definitely some financial struggles that the 5 of Pentacles is indicating, but I think there's gonna be some kind of a solution for it, because the key to that door is indicating that maybe they're gonna find some solutions, find some kind of an agreement to help the Russian economy. Let's see what October is going to be all about. October is governed by the 4 of Swords, and it is clarified by the Hierophant. So 4 of Swords, it's all about recovery, all about healing, and so I think whatever the country went through at the beginning of the year, this is going to be the time when things are going to be improving, healing, and recovering from that. And the Hierophant is kind of like To a certain degree, it can be religion, but it can be a community as well. Maybe there's going to be some help from the community, from the international community, to help Russia to recover. But let's see what November is going to be all about. November is, the main energy is the Lovers, and the clarifying one is the Knight of Cups. So, Lovers. Lovers, normally it is a card of law of attraction, and it is also a card of decision. It is kind of like attracting whatever your desires. So I think maybe this is going to be a time when Russia will kind of realize whatever they want to achieve. Maybe there's some kind of a big decision that they have to make, because the Lovers is really can be all about making a big decision. Knight of Cups can be like, obviously in the traditional it's a romantic, but we're not talking about romance in terms of a country. So this is all about diplomacy, right? There's gonna be negotiations, diplomacy. There's gonna be some kind of an offer for Russia, some kind of a treaty, some kind of an agreement that they need to make a decision about. We will see what this is going to be all about, but I think there's a decision about some kind of an agreement that's related to diplomacy, maybe a peace treaty of any kind, where they need to make a decision. But let's see what December is going to unfold for Russia. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to check out my other videos where you can get guidance for you based on your zodiac sign. So the year will kind of finalize, clarified by the moon, or represented by the moon, and it is clarified by the Page of Wands. So I think moon is all about uncertainty, secrets as well. So I think there's going to be some kind of uncertainty happening this period of time in Russia. But the Page of Wands is kind of bringing in some positive news that will probably counterbalance the uncertainty. Overall, I think there's going to be some big changes. Very important to kind of pay attention to some of the synchronicities, the aces that we have. The Nine of Pentacles, which is kind of related to independence and financial stability. We have quite a few leadership cards in this spread as well. And again, maybe there's something for Russia to learn this year that haven't learned, that it's going to actually lead the country to a better path. There's definitely a big change at the beginning of the year that's going to be very impactful for the country. So that's all I have. I hope that you like this video, and I'll be able to see you in others as well.